Hey, this is React to a brand new video on my channel. Today's video is titled Doechii is losing fans fast. Here's why. So it occurred to me when I was reacting to a video made about how Aiden Ross and Doechii beef started that I really don't know enough about Doechii. For me, she popped on the scene when she won a Grammy. I had no idea she existed as an artist until then. And apparently she's losing fans. Honestly, I if it's about that umbrella thing, I feel like it's not warranted. That umbrella situation, when I saw it, it really wasn't that serious. But we finna see what they say.
Doechii went from being the industry's biggest rising star to one of the most hated new celebrities. But why is that the case? You don't
Yeah,
want to talk about the Doechii hate? Doechii got nominated for a Grammy and everybody started hating calling her industry plant.
I will say it did kind of feel like that because how, for the most part, she just kind of popped out of nowhere. Now, if you from like the LA area, cause I think that's where she's from. I'm not sure, but I feel like she is like a LA base. I guess cause maybe who is it, TDE, which is a LA like area company. I feel like if you from that area, she probably was pushed a lot and people probably seen it. But like here in Texas, I had no idea who Doechii was until the Grammy. So I think that's why people probably feel like that. But she probably was working and grinding before then. She just wasn't following on people like me who wasn't following on our algorithm.
Very few artists out there as divisive as Doechii. Over the last year, Doechii has set the industry ablaze as one
She
of
is a beautiful
the
woman, and
most
from the stuff I see, some of the songs, it is good.
raw co-signs to a history-making Grammy win. Doechii has had a rapid-fire come up like few other rappers in the game. But at the same exact time, fans are just coming for her neck. So despite her massive success, Doechii has become one of the most hated artists out there. But what is fueling all of this Doechii hate? That's why we're doing a comprehensive breakdown of every single controversy
I ain't gonna
that
lie,
Doechii.
I didn't think he looked like
How
that.
did Doechii's
I
link
don't
up
know
with Florida's most notorious rapper force her fan base to nearly abandon her?
why
Was
they
the
got
true
Kodak
story
Black on there.
behind Doechii's beef with Aiden Ross? And did Kendrick Lamar really put Doechii in the middle of his feud with Drake? We've even scrutinized all the info
I don't know
out
about
there
all
on
that.
Doechii's origin story and her career to answer one of the most
The
important
feud with
questions.
Drake and Kendrick feud been
Is
going on for a
Doechii
while,
really an
really.
industry plant, or is her ascent truly organic? Finally, we're gonna address what might be next for Doechii and how her.
Now, I think it was during that time where people was like really leaning into West Coast artists. So I think she did benefit after the beef, and it seemed like the industry was really putting a lot of chips on onto West Coast artists, and she was one of the main ones that popped out. And I do think that was because of the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef.
Her transition from being one of the most beloved to hated might permanently affect her career. Oh, Kendrick said you the hardest up. He did. Yeah, how did it make you feel? That was great. It's Kendrick. I was like, goddamn. He didn't say she hard. He said the hardest. That's right, yeah. Period.
Yeah.
Doechii's career trouble started in
Well, I don't know,
2023
but
when her
I mean,
label tried to roll out her brand new single. At this point, Doechii was still a relatively untested
man, I feel like 2023. Like if she had a run, she had a run, but I don't know.
artist. After going viral on TikTok in 2021, Doechii signed a
The only song
headline
I hear is
deal with the West
Anxiety.
Coast-based label Top Dog Entertainment, aka TDE. TDE was then famous for having Kendrick Lamar as its flagship artist and for being extremely hands-on with its artist roster's music. By signing a deal with TDE, Doechii was already being measured against some of the real industry heavy hitters. And I'm not talking about just Kendrick. I'm also talking about SZA, Sir, and Schoolboy Q. That
And that's another thing too about her winning the Grammy. I really think another reason why people were kind of like thrown off by her winning the Grammy is one because some people felt like she popped out of nowhere, and even if you did know who Doechii was, because you see so many people getting snubbed for Grammys, that it did feel a little bit industry plant ish that she just popped on the scene and got a Grammy. Because I don't even know if Beyonce ever win one, because it was like a whole bunch of artists that you thought was like should win and keep getting snubbed and all this stuff, and then she just pop in and it just seemed like they was just like handing it to her. So I think that is another thing too.
that TDE roster runs real deep. But at the top of 2023, a year deep into her deal, Doechii was ready to roll out a brand new single to the world. And as soon as that new music hit, her fans completely turned on her. When Doechii recorded her new song, What It Is, Block Boy, she also decided to tap Kodak Black, one of the most controversial artists in the
Shout out to the
industry, as
project
a
baby.
featured guest. In a lot of ways, Doechii linking up with Kodak
I
made
like
perfect
Kodak Black.
sense. Both artists are unapologetic
He
for
be
the
doing
brand.
some
From
stuff like
Doechii,
I ain't
for
talking about his
example,
off. I'm
Kodak
talking about
goes
like
down proudly
music
carrying
wise
its South Florida.
and like
And with
interview
a
wise.
track record full of multi-platinum songs and chart-topping albums, working with Kodak Black was a surefire way for Doechii to score a major crossover hit. But the fans weren't feeling that choice at all. Instead of celebrating
I ain't
Doechii's
never heard
music,
that song.
plenty of
It'll
die-hard
probably get a
Doechii
Grammy
fans
win.
were pissed that she'd work with Kodak. And they honestly had plenty of reasons to be mad.
What go
Kodak had
Kodak going
recently
to?
made comments not only dissing dark skinned women, but also would face some pretty serious allegations.
Yeah, that's
Kodak
what I'm
had
saying. I just
previously
like his
been accused of
interviews
committing
and
sexual
his
assaults in
music
a pep rally
sometimes.
before taking a plea deal
He
in
is a talented
2020.
rapper though.
Atlanta rapper Lotto had also suggested that Kodak might have tried to pressure her into performing sexual favors in exchange for a feature. While Kodak denied Lotto's allegations, Doechii's primarily female fan base wasn't happy about all the shit being swept under the rug. And this wasn't
Yeah,
even the first time
I
TDE
am.
ran
I am
into a
surprised that
controversy
they did
over
that.
their Kodak Black affiliation. Just months before Block Boy came out, Kendrick Lamar received fierce backlash for featuring Kodak across his 2022 album, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers.
See,
So
I
it's not like
see that's the thing. I didn't even know Kodak was on that album. To be honest, I didn't even know Kendrick came. When that album, like when people were talking about that, I was like, Kendrick hadn't had an album since I think it was like To Pimp a Butterfly or something like that. And then people were like, nah, he had Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, which apparently it did good. That's what people say. I don't know, but like really feel like Kendrick was kind of dying down, and then the beef happened, and it did elevate him.
the criticism was completely unexpected. The anti Block Boy backlash started to go viral as tweets criticizing Doechii began to pour in. Quote, Doechii really had a hit and fumbled it with Kodak. Wow, these girls hate
I
themselves.
don't know if it
This
was a
song is a
hit
bop
because
otherwise. Or, quote,
I never
Doechii's
heard
new
it.
song we were all excited for just dropped and it's featuring Kodak Black? Like, huh? For Doechii, this was a huge problem. She was still a pretty new artist, and Block Boy was supposed to be her first big
With like they said, 50% of Instagram is bots, 67% of Twitter is bots or X, whatever you want to call it. I feel like you can't really go from the negative perception that you getting from like fans and stuff because it may be bots just sitting there just trying to like throw hate to increase the algorithm to get your name out there like that. So if that's the only reason why, I mean, he do got some crazy allegations though. He does do stuff that I could kind of see why she did it. But at the end of the day, whenever it's like negative comments and stuff like that, remember it's more bots on the internet than people. And in 2026 it is.
introduction to a ton of new fans, and now it looks like she was fumbling right out of the gate. But Doechii handled this scandal in a pretty slick way. Without directly responding to fans' criticisms, she quietly dropped a solo version of Block Boy for streaming. So while the OG Kodak assisted version was still out there, fans could easily go for the Kodak removed remix too. Whatever floats your boat. By strategically removing herself from the Kodak feature, Doechii
Oh no,
poured
I
cold
think I did
water
hear
on
this
the
song.
firestorm and won back some of the
I think I
fans who
did hear
were
this
hating
song.
on her. Quote, way to
I ain't gonna try
lead,
to sing.
fans, proud of you.
I ain't gonna try to sing it, but I think I have heard this song.
Showing all the women in the industry how to navigate label versus what's true to you slash your fans. But then again, some commentators
It
brought
seemed
that
like
game
y'all didn't
up
celebrate.
too quickly to
Yeah, y'all didn't
appease her
celebrate.
haters. Quote, Doechii loses points for letting Shea Butter Twitter get to her. When have they ever spoke about you until you collabed with Kodak? Now you're stopping your own bag
Hey,
for them.
they got a point on
Doechii
that.
ultimately managed to sidestep the whole Kodak Black controversy without totally tanking her reputation. Doechii, is that Doechii?
Boy,
But the
don't get me
story of
started on
Dochi's
Kanye.
origin story started to
He
heat
like,
up
I
when
don't
she
care about
dropped
the
her
politics he
breakup
doing.
mixtape.
Kanye,
In
please.
August of 2024, Doechii released Alligator Bites Never Heal. Right off the bat, the project received across the board critical acclaim. While Alligator Bites included a lot of straight hip
I
hop,
thought
it
it
also
ain't
showcased
this her
Dochi's
first album.
versatility as someone who could also incorporate R&B and pop into her music. But despite all the praise, Alligator Bites had a pretty minimal debut on the charts. The mixtape barely managed to crack the top 10 and only managed to move 11,000 units in its first week. It's about
I mean,
11,000. Damn, bro.
that's
Despite her
normal
high
for like
profile label
female
backing,
artists.
Doechii barely managed to make a splash, but then things started to change. Months after it dropped, Alligator Bites Never Heal started to build major momentum among fans and industry insiders. Celebrity superfans like Billie Eilish, Hayley Williams, Katy Perry, Issa Rae, and Doechii's label mate SZA all chimed in to show their support. That's major. By the time the
I mean, they
2025
supposed to.
Grammy Awards rolled around, Doechii was poised to make major waves. While she didn't win the Best New Artist trophy she was nominated for, Doechii became the third female rapper in history to win Best Rap Album. Despite the
Okay.
mediocre sales for her mixtape, Doechii had somehow beat the odds to become crowned one of
You just heard. And I feel like if you add all this together, it do seem like she an industry plant. If you just like listen to what he just said.
the industry's biggest
Like
rising
if no one's,
stars.
if
Some
not
people
that many
thought
people
that
listen to it
Doechii's
compared
sudden
to other
come
people,
up looked a
because I'm gonna be honest, I hear a lot. Like I'm not a Glorilla fan, but I hear her music a lot. Like I hear it a lot. For her not to win anything, and then you got Doechii doing it when you heard like people weren't even listening to her anymore, and she's still like winning awards and stuff. That do make it seem like she's an industry plant.
a little bit suspicious. While plenty
Yeah.
celebrated Doechii's Grammy victory, critics accused her of being a
Well, Kanye say
industry
anything,
plant.
man.
And
Forget
if you
him.
don't understand what that means, let me break it down for you. An industry plant is an artist whose entire come up has been planned and executed by a record label. From strategic placements on Spotify playlists to appearances with
Now,
bigger, more established
people saying her being an industry plant, it doesn't diminish her talent because sometimes talent just need a little help to get by, but it do kind of seem that way.
artists. Basically, they were claiming that Doechii's rise in the industry was anything but organic, and that her label essentially paid for Doechii's sudden clout and out of nowhere celebrity cosigns. Social media
Well, they
users
need to
claim
start
that
paying more
Doechii's
because
win
it's
was
like it's
quote
dying
a
down.
result of an orchestrated operation behind the scenes and quote corny as fuck. They also pointed out the discrepancy between her 11K debut
Reddit.
week and her blowout win over more established, better selling rappers like Eminem, Future, and J. Cole. Quote, she sold 11K opening week, released her album on the last day of the year, allowed for Grammy eligibility, and won Best Rap Album. Clearly, Kendrick's label made some type of deal to push her. Despite these
Man,
accusations, it's not
they
totally
not long.
unheard of that an artist can build buzz for their music over time. And technically, a big reason why
Who else done
artists
that?
sign with a label in the first place is so the label can help promote their music. In
Yeah,
fact,
that I
Doechii's
agree with that.
affiliation with Kendrick seemed to play a huge part in the industry plant accusations. During the same Grammys night, Kendrick clinched the Song of the Year and Record of the Year trophies for his Drake diss anthem, Not Like Us. And that song specifically is the basis for Drake's multi-million dollar lawsuit against UMG, where he alleged that Not Like Us was artificially boosted by bots and payola. In a lot of ways, Doechii's critics seem to be taking
I ain't gonna lie, it do seem like it was artificially, but now it was a good diss song. I ain't gonna lie. So, but it did seem like it was artificially pushed. Only reason why I say that is because they had this thing where during the lawsuit they were also getting audited, so they had to get rid of the bots, and a lot of those bots they got rid of was for that song.
taking bits of Drake's Not Like Us lawsuit and applying them to Doechii as well. Even though Kendrick is no longer officially signed to TDE, his long-standing connection to the label has sparked conspiracy theories that the label more or less bought Doechii's Grammy trophy for her. On similar lines, Kendrick has been accused of having a chummy relationship with Lucien Grange, the CEO of Universal Music Group. While absolutely nothing has been proven, these conspiracy theories have created a narrative that Kendrick and his camp are part of an industry wide smear campaign to take down Drake while boosting artists who were allegedly approved by the industry, like Doechii, apparently. Despite these allegations, fans defended Doechii, claiming that these industry plant claims were actually an organized smear campaign meant to tank her credibility. While Doechii didn't immediately respond to the outcry, she did eventually reference the accusations in a March 2025 interview. Quote, when people aren't familiar with the history of an artist these days, they get suspicious. Once you get any conspiracies around your career, that's just confirmation that I'm going somewhere and I'm doing something right. While Doechii clearly wanted to
Mm-hmm.
brush off the allegations, the truth is her critics were painting a
That's
pretty
a
dark
good
counter
positive way to look
narrative
at it.
around her career. So if you're asking somebody what is a red flag in the people that you date, and you respond with people that you don't date, then what is the point of that other than to be divisive and to offend? And when Doechii's next controversy came along,
I
people
need more
continued
context, and
to
I didn't know
pile
what
on.
Joe Budden was talking
Doechii
about.
found herself in hot water when she was supposed to be a lighthearted appearance on Hot Ones Versus.
Mm.
During a sit down with her official DJ Miss Milan, Doechii got asked about her biggest dating red flag, and her answer pissed a ton of people off.
That's great. Man.
While
Wait, is she?
Doechii's answer
I mean, wait, yeah, that is kind of weird. I mean, if she a lesbian, then of course, but why would she? Like, she wouldn't even be interacting with him if she. I don't know. Maybe she a lesbian. I assume that's why she said a man, right? But why would that be a red flag? Because you would be talking to a woman. So I don't understand. Like, that wouldn't be a red flag. You would know she not a man from the beginning. I don't know. But I guess I can see how it could make people mad though.
might have been tongue in cheek, a lot of people took it very
Cause she
personally.
was laughing.
The
It might
clip
have been
went
just a
viral on
joke.
social media with some users defending Doechii's answer as a matter of pure personal preference. Quote, if Doechii thinks that dating a straight man is a red flag, that's her prerogative. It's her dating preference. We gotta stop being
Yeah,
mad
you can't be
at
mad.
not being
Yeah.
an option for
I
everyone.
mean, especially in
Others pointed out
2026.
that the answer
If she
clearly
gay, she
seemed like
gay.
a joke. Nonetheless, Doechii found herself in the middle of another unintentional scandal, generating tons of angry reactions. Joe Budden weighed in on the controversy on his podcast, declaring that Doechii's no straight men answer was the result of an unforced PR disaster.
Wait, oh wait. So when they said no straight men, is she saying that she like she would want to date? Wait, no, that don't make sense either. I was gonna say, is she saying that she maybe she want her men to be bi or something like that? Is that what she trying to say? Cause I feel like that's the only way I can see people just getting angry. Other than that, like let her do her on her red flags. It's her dating life.
And when we see Doechii getting these awards and when we see her winning, like straight black men feel represented also. Budden's commentary only extended the Doechii discourse and added a whole new angle to the debate. Was
I think
Doechii
that's what she was talking
unintentionally
about.
alienating some of her audience by making comments like this? While Doechii ignored the uproar about her dating red flag, it sparked another narrative that she was, quote, insulting her audience by being too outspoken.
Yeah, I thought this was the main thing that people were mad at. So I guess it was some other stuff too. And I really feel like people taking this like too
Just a
far. It
month
ain't
later,
really
a
all that.
behind the scenes clip from the Met Gala invited even more criticism about how Doechii treated other people. In May of 2025, Doechii achieved
I
yet
don't
another
like when people
milestone after
mistreat like people
delivering a
that's just
culturally
trying to help
explosive
you, but
invite to the Met Gala
I
in
feel
New
like this was
York,
more.
making
I
the
feel like this her situation was more anxiety for trying to get an event going and get it started, making sure everything is perfect. I don't think it was just her being like a mean person to her assistants.
even more special was that Pharrell Williams, in the midst of being crowned Louis Vuitton's creative director, was personally styling her. But instead of getting to celebrate what should have been another Doechii career highlight, fans zeroed in on some of the pretty ugly behind the scenes behavior. As the Met Gala was taking place, footage went viral of Doechii screaming at one of her assistants. To give the video some much needed context, this is what happened. Doechii wanted to keep her custom Pharrell fit a secret until she hit the red carpet, but paparazzi clearly wanted a sneak
Yeah,
peek
and
now.
I feel like it
In
ain't
order
that
to
serious. Just
preserve the
let them see the
moment,
outfit.
Doechii's team surrounded her with
It's the
portable
day
wardrobe
of.
screens and umbrellas, but Doechii clearly didn't think that was enough. Quote, no, stop. Give me another umbrella now. I need four fucking umbrellas. While Doechii demanded umbrellas, her staff can clearly be seen panicking and scurrying around. Ultimately, Doechii was able to show off her LV look on the Met Gala carpet, but this behind the scenes footage went viral on Twitter,
Yeah,
racking up
I
over
feel like that's her
28
own
million
fault.
views and offering
Listen, it's the
fans a
day of the
pretty
Met
raw,
Gala. Just let them
unflattering
catch
look
the pictures
at
while you
how
walking out. They do
the
that to
so-called
everybody. They
swamp
catch them
princess
before they even
treated the
make it to the
people
Met
who
Gala.
worked for her. People erupted in outrage, accusing Doechii of fostering an abusive work environment and for being an absolutely terrible boss. Quote, why is Doechii talking to her team like this? I would have threw an umbrella at her so
No,
fast.
you
If
wouldn't.
this is
Whoever
her
you
when she
are.
knows the cameras are around, can you imagine how she's treating her staff behind closed doors? Streamer Aiden Ross latched on to the drama, offering his own hot take on Doechii's career. Don't get me started on that industry plant. And don't get me started. Doechii, the umbrella clip pissed me off. What an entitled, unintelligent piece She is, bro. Aiden Ross's attack on Doechii
I don't
sparked
agree
the
how
umbrella
Aiden be
scandal
acting. He just be
into a
doing
whole new
he be
level.
doing too
Some
much.
commentators chimed in that Aiden Ross's patronizing tone regarding Doechii was potentially taking this Met Gala controversy in just some pretty dangerous territory.
Yeah,
Doechii tried to
it
brush off the
was.
umbrella story by posting a TikTok video caption, quote, "God forbid a girl needs more umbrellas." She followed up the video with some more serious text posts where she praised her staff. Quote, "All jokes aside, this was such an overstimulating night, but I wouldn't trade it for the world. This was the
I agree. She did seem like she was more overstimulated than just being like an asshole.
night we all dreamed of, and my team killed it, umbrellas aside. I'm so proud of my glam team. Everyone killed it. We nailed the theme, and the time was had." JT of the City Girls publicly defended Doechii by acknowledging how stressful of an event like the Met Gala can be for an
I ain't gonna lie, some
artist.
real
"I
stuff
get
going
it. You
on.
were stressed. You're good."
I doubt
Others
JT of the
lifted
City
Doechii
Girls would be
Pala
somebody to
blown
want
out
to
of
hear from.
proportion, while critics claimed that Doechii had fumbled the opportunity to publicly apologize for the outburst. Either way you cut it, Umbrella Gate was just another example of how the world was turning on Doechii. But here's the bigger question: does Doechii have any chance at salvaging her reputation? Well, this is my truth.
If she a
This is
true
where I am
industry
in my
queen,
life
she
right now.
will.
Somebody else got to be dealing with this too. And even if they not, I don't. Plenty of commentators have noted that the Doechii hate train looks eerily familiar. Other prominent female rappers like Meg Thee Stallion have been subjected to the kind of extreme scrutiny and criticism that their male peers, frankly, haven't had to deal with. Doechii's ride or dies have called the
I
Umbrella
think
attack
everybody
an
dealing with
example
it
of
in the industry.
misogynoir targeted at Black women in particular. And while Doechii has weathered tons of PR firestorms over the last couple months, her ultimate strategy seems to be all about doubling down and getting her back. She recently teamed up with Nike for a splashy ad campaign that was all about showing her haters the receipts of her whirlwind career. Despite all the pushback associated with her Grammy win, Doechii continues to be a headlining draw at music festivals around the world. While there's still massive chatter surrounding her controversies, it's fair to say that Doechii is still getting to it regardless of the scandals. Maybe the best thing Doechii can do is drop a fire follow up to Alligator Bites Never Heal. And given their shared TDE connection, fans continue to speculate that a Kendrick link up might be very well in her future. But given Drake's looming UMG lawsuit and those swirling industry plant accusations, could an official Doechii Kendrick collaboration ultimately do more harm than good? Or would that
Nah, I
comeback
think it'll
be the
do
final
more.
stamp
I
of
think it'll
peace,
be
silencing all
good
the
for her to
haters
do.
claiming that she isn't as self-made
But
as
she
she
gonna need. She need like a legit hit, like an anxiety part
Doechii,
too.
she's still extremely active, and it's safe to say we'll be hearing from her sooner rather than later. And you know we'll be reporting it here, so stay locked in. More rap lore on the way. Doechii.
Okay. That was real informative about what's going on with Doechii. I do feel like I get a better understanding of why people hate her. A lot of it is unwarranted. The whole industry plant thing, yes, it if record labels can find talent, yes, they gonna push it. Now I feel like the song Anxiety, that's the only song I really knew of hers was good. So I don't see what's the problem with that. Her winning the Grammy when so many artists have been snubbed, and then it feel like she just won one out of nowhere. It felt like she was a brand new artist. Maybe she had been doing it for a while, but that did feel kind of like it was. She, I can see why people were saying she was an industry plan for that, because so many artists have got snubbed for awards, and then they kind of just give it to her, and then give her best rap album at a time where I don't know. I don't know who was out at that time, but I do know when it comes to female rap, Glorilla seemed like she got that unlocked. So I think that was a little bit surprising that Doechii got it, and then that was her introduction into the world. So I think that was weird. And it said it sold like 11,000, which female artists don't sell that much. But if you gonna become like the best rap, what is the best rap album? You would think that would do a little bit more and be a little bit more acclaimed. I feel like it was like popular maybe on the West Coast, and then people just took that as like, oh, the rest of the world will like it too. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.